Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Cheetos on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
If it was the Big Ten and the SEC and the Big 12 and the ACC's idea to kick back to grow the game at lower levels, we wouldn't have these conversations. Right. But because the NCAA is asking them to do that, it feels like they're getting their wallet stolen, money taken out of it, and it's not their idea, so they're against it.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in. It is On the Block on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. I'm Austin Norman. To my left, Eric Strickland.
That is a fact.
That's all you talk.
Facts.
Except when you cap it.
When I'm capping. But you do a lot more capping than Stricky.
That's cap. There it is. Prime example. Never capping.
My man.
Never capping NEBCO. NEBCO's operations span the state of Nebraska, supply the construction industry with the materials needed to construct buildings, streets, and highways. NEBCO's been in business since 1908. They're a fourth-generation family-owned and operated business with over 1,200 employees and 26 companies throughout Nebraska. Visit nebcoinc.com to learn more. That's the title sponsor, a great title sponsor of our show. But Stricky, today's Friday, and you know what Friday means. It means we eating good at 1040 O Street.
Packed and stacked, baby. Good sense. It makes good sense to go over and get it cracking with them. Absolutely. Sandwiches are phenomenal. Man, cookies, sometimes if you decide to go that route, you can do that route. But I'm telling you, I look forward to it. And when
What's
I don't,
Stricky sandwich?
you know, this is like a currency for Stricky. You understand me?
Barter system of trade.
A little trade. It's a little currency. So, you know, Stricky's trying to keep it sexy. So I don't always eat the good sense because it's so good. And you know, it might get good on my gut, you know? So what I do is I use the barter system. I got a good friend in there. His name is Jake Buckelvin. The Boxster, right? And so I'll say, hey, Boxster, take the sandwich home to your beautiful wife, Maria. Go ahead and do that for me. And he'll do that. And then every now and then he'll show up with some great Filipino egg rolls. Lord have mercy. That's why I use great good sense. See, it makes good sense to use it as a barter system if you do it right. So you haven't taken advantage of that yet.
Well, what's on your sandwich?
Little turkey, some green peppers, you know, just some pepper, little cheese, lettuce, just basic, nothing special, just basic. I don't, you know, pack and stack it. I just, you know, do a little something.
Simple enough. I get you.
Little something.
What's your chips?
I'll either go with the Cheetos or I'll go with the good Vicky's salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar, I can't do.
You can't do it?
Out. I'm out on salt and vinegar.
Way, bro.
Replace the vinegar with salt and I'm in.
No way.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do you like the dill pickle ones or just salt and vinegar?
Salt and vinegar. I can't do the dill pickle ones. You already know that though, Austin, because you've seen me when Uncle Kevy brought you saw my face.
True.
that pickle with the pickle beer or something. I mean, come on, man. I can't do it. I can't eat pickles on my sandwich sometimes, but you can't even do that.
No, I cannot.
I can't. The one thing that I can't do is I can't do olives. And
black, green, doesn't matter.
Black. I don't think I can do any of them. But it's just something about them. But I put olives on my, I use it for cooking and doing all of that. Pressed olives, but I can't eat olives. And so when
you're not a martini guy.
So you're right. So when people was making martinis and they were like, what do they call it? They call it something when they make it. It's Sutter Heyman text line. Help your boy.
Are you thinking like
out.
James Bond, shaken, not stirred?
There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, but no, they say something about, when they put the olive in it, it means something else regular than what it is. But Sutter Heyman text line is definitely gonna tell your boy, unless the resident analyst Austin Orman, he'll find it. But that's the one thing. Now I could do apple martinis.
Oh, dirty. The olive means it's dirty.
Dirty. There you go. I knew it was something to it. But I can do apple martinis. Any other maybe color of martini, lemon drops. I can do that. But the regular with the olive dirty. No, I can't do that. Strick. He's just. And another thing I can't do.
Yeah.
And people love this. And I just, even as a kid, I have never been I've seen the juice and I've just never been able to do it, Austin. And it's that freaking tomato juice. And so I've never been able to do Bloody Marys. And I'm like, what are you drinking? Like, to me, look, you may love it and I like it because you love it, but I could never do Bloody Marys.
Same. I'm with you.
It's just nasty.
Why would you drink tomato juice? There's so many better fruits that you can have the juice from.
Right. I even struggle with Fireballs.
Really?
And the only reason is because I can't stand black licorice.
That doesn't taste like black licorice.
Well, it tastes like the cinnamon. No, what is the one that tastes? Is that a Jägermeister?
Yeah, Jaeger.
Okay, that's the one I can't do. I can do Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball's fine.
Jägermeister? Oh. I want to choke when I think about people drinking that.
That stuff that's strong.
Potent. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've had one Jaeger shot in my life.
Austin, what? You taking a shot?
Even the dude basketball shooting coach in his mind.
You are the shooting coach in your
Shooter's
mind.
Got to shoot, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's see here. OG CJ says, Strick, I'm with you on both.
My boy. See, OG CJ knows what's up. Keep working out so, we can get our sexy on CJ because, winter's coming and we got to get ahead of this curve. OJ CJ, me and him have been friends. We play some golf and, I love him to death. OG CJ, man, shout out to you. Man, I would love to get an invite out to hit it at, because he's a member. I'm not going to shout out on here where you're a member, CJ, but you know what I'm talking about. We need to get out and do something.
Boone in Firth says, do you know what would make tomato juice taste better? Put some clam juice in it. Whoa. What? How and why, Boone? Please explain.
Boone, explain that one to Stricky. That's Jesse, thank you for giving us the answer, neat or dirty. Yeah, I knew it was something to that. Thank you for that answer as well. Yeah, and unnamed texter, if I knew your name, I'd shout you out. 65040. You know who you are.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
402-464-5685. Yes, martinis. No martinis. Couple more texts. Sorry here. Have you guys never seen clamato juice? Possibly the most disgusting thing. Okay, so Boone was tripping.
Oh, he was
being funny. He was being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the thought of that, I would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to go to the porcelain god for that one.
Yeah. 1097 said one bad experience with Jaeger ruined it for me.
In his 20s,
yeah.
It was a wrap after that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of 20s, ESPN is down to its
Mad
top
Dog
25
2020?
athlete.
Oh, I thought you meant Mad Dog 2020. Okay.
I most assuredly did not mean that. Right now, at least. ESPN's top 25 athletes of the 21st century. Who are they? Which ones do we agree with? Which ones do we disagree with? We'll count them down in groups of 5, give you our thoughts when we get back here to On the Block. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Facing criminal charges is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we believe in treating every person with respect, compassion, and understanding. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. To learn more, call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
This generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Text line, y'all are popping up here early in the show. Appreciate that. 402-464-5685. Our latest check-in from Stricktown, USA. At least Stricktown, USA's neighbor, Bo Lever, down there in Fort Worth.
My boy.
On Texas Street. Fort Worth's not too bad. I mean, it's no Dallas. I know it's, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but Fort Worth is nice. It's fine. It's good.
No, listen. Fort Worth is popping now for some reason. Like, they've got to up the ante. Like, they've got real nice restaurants, some fun things to do. They have rodeos and
stockyards.
I mean, it's kind of popping a little bit now.
Just had the MLB draft at the stockyards.
It's not like it's just not like it used to be. I mean, how it used to be, it was kind of just like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's kind of they've kind of merged, and they're really like now with Arlington there and just some of these mid-team. I mean, people are kind of going in between now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it's kind of popping a little bit different. I never really hung out there because it was just like that was just too far. I felt to go out there and hang, but
right.
I don't have a problem with Fort Worth. Yeah, all right with me.
I'm with you. ESPN's top 25 athletes of the 21st century.
That's it.
As Stricky is hitting on that good sense here. Athletes 25 through 21. We're just going to go through these in groups of 5. And Strick, I want you to rank them in your mind, these 5 athletes. Diana Taurasi.
We're going 25 or going up?
I'm just going to give you the 5 athletes. I'm not going to tell you the order that they're in. Diana Taurasi, Kevin Garnett, Floyd Mayweather, Albert Pujols, Sidney Crosby. Rank those however you see fit.
Diana Taurasi, Kevin Garnett, Sidney Crosby. Who else?
Albert Pujols and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Okay. I'm already going to tell you I'm going to put Floyd in the middle.
Floyd in the middle? Okay.
Just because I still think he's been beat a couple times. And so I look at the 50-0 record. Yes, he is a great boxer. He's a great tactician. I think a couple times, like, stuff that should have been I actually thought maybe Pacquiao may have got him.
Mm-hmm.
But he still needs to be credited. And I think his, some of his fight, he didn't always take the hard challenges. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say Diana Taurasi next above him.
Closer to 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say Sidney Crosby. And then I'm going to say Albert Pujols. Now, I like Albert Pujols because...
Wait.
So, Sidney Crosby, Diana Taurasi, Mayweather,
Floyd, okay,
Crosby, and then Garnett.
Okay. That's... Yeah, I'm different than you a little bit here. We line up with Garnett at 5. Tough to grade him because he played in the same era as Dirk and as Tim Duncan. So he loses some points just because of who he played around. I've got Taurasi next in that group. I've got Crosby there at 3. I think we're going to look back, and I know there's a new wave of NHL talent, but Sidney Crosby versus Alex Ovechkin really carried an era of the NHL. So I think we're going to look back in 5-10 years and remember just how good Sidney Crosby was, especially at his peak. I've got Albert Pujols at 5. I didn't think he was going to get to the 600 home run mark.
Yeah.
I really didn't. But then he has that resurgent year with it, or was it 700? I think it was 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, let me see.
I had it pulled up. Yeah, 700. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to get to 700. Yeah. His last couple years, I thought he was petering out. He has the comeback late in his career, one really good year with the Cardinals and gets over there. I'm upset about it because Albert Pujols played his high school baseball in Kansas City and the Royals overlooked him. So I don't like that he went across the state and became so good. I'm
petty
salty.
wop.
I am pettiest wop.
My goodness. Okay.
But then I have Floyd at the front of this group. I mean, it's boxing. Come on. There's some funny decisions, but 50-0 is 50-0. You don't get the nickname Money if you're not Money. So I've got Floyd, Pujols, Crosby, Taurasi, Garnett. The next group of 5, again, not in any particular order. I want you to rank these. Actually, I'll tell you what ESPN did with these 5 before we move on. They have Floyd at 25, Pujols at 24, KG, Big Ticket at 23, Crosby at 22, and Taurasi at 21. So we're both different from ESPN there. Okay, the next 5 for ESPN, Lewis Hamilton, Shaq, Aaron Donald, Patrick Mahomes, and Tim Duncan. Donald, Hamilton, Mahomes, O'Neal, Duncan.
I like Duncan first. Because although Shaq was as dominant as he was, I still think he could have been better. I think if there's areas of his game that he really would have worked on, I think he was going through a phase too when he was doing a little bit too much, a lot of clown, a lot of music, and he didn't focus on the craft as much. I think Tim focused on the craft. I think Tim was a great combination. He didn't have to be flashy. He didn't have to be sexy. He wasn't super athletic, but boy, oh boy, did he get the freaking job done. So I like Shaq after him. I still think Patrick Mahomes has a little bit more time. So I can't put them ahead of him as of yet. So I actually am going to put Lewis Hamilton after Shaq. Like the thing that Lewis Hamilton was able to accomplish, and I was able to finally start to get into it when I told you I went to Brussels, Belgium. Yeah. And got a chance to see an F1 race. For me, understanding his story, he's got records in pole positions, records in podiums. That sport in itself is difficult.
Yes.
But he's tied with Schumacher for the most as far as winning all time. So
already.
So for me, I think it's amazing. And he's still kind of battling. I mean, right now, Verstappen is he just seems unstoppable. I mean, he might surpass all of them. I mean,
we're not stopping.
Man, I've been watching him and I'm just like, man, can anybody keep up with this guy? But, he's still in it. And I actually got a Patronus shirt. I might wear it one day.
Hey, okay.
And then
you're down to Donald and Mahomes.
And then I'll go Mahomes and then Donald.
Okay. From 20 to 16 for me, so reverse order. I go Mahomes. Again, he's done a lot in 6-7 years in the NFL, but all these other guys have already had much longer careers than he did. So the fact that he's already where he is impressive. He's only going to climb the list, but he's got to do a little bit more to jump some of these guys. I've got Hamilton next because of the reasons that you mentioned, but I have Aaron Donald in the same boat as Sidney Crosby, right? Like best player that we talked about in his prime, but we're going to look back in 5-10 years and say, yeah, he was even better than we thought he was, even especially as the games change. So I've got Donald in the middle there. And then I do have Duncan ahead of Shaq as well. Shaq, probably the more dominant player at his peak, But Duncan, like you said, a little bit more focused and probably a little bit more consistent as well, right? From year one to year, what was it, like 20 something for Tim Duncan, putting up very comparable numbers, still all defense at the end of his career, whereas Shaq was just hanging on for what, the last 3-4 years of his career, maybe. So
got huge, got weight. Yeah, just didn't stay focused.
Right. Wasn't the impact player. Okay. So what ESPN says is Aaron Donald at 20, Lewis Hamilton at 19. They have Mahomes up at 18. Then it's Shaq at 17 and Tim Duncan at 16. Text line, we do want your thoughts on these as well. 402-464-5685. YouTube comment section open for you as well. Thanks to Starter Human Jewelers for both of those. Tiger Shark Diver. That's playing with fire. Well, it's playing with a shark, but
it's been Shark Week not too long ago, I think.
We talked about that last week.
It's going on right now.
Last week, 2 weeks
Shark
ago?
Week.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Tiger Shark Diver.
He says GBR. Yes,
Let's go.
GBR indeed. All right, we are on to 15 through 11. The athletes that ESPN has in this group, Strick, 2 tennis players, Nadal and Djokovic. You have a soccer player, Cristiano Ronaldo. You got Katie Ledecky, and you have Steph Curry.
I actually like that order in this group. I really think those tennis players are absolutely phenomenal. And you just have to give it to Novak Djokovic just because he has 24 Grand Slams and Rafael Nadal has 22. Other than that, toss up, and you got to give him the fact that he's, he has the record for, 422 weeks at number one compared to Nadal's 209. So that's where I give the benefit there. Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, come on, I like that. Steph, he's there. I like where they got him, and Ledecky was phenomenal as well. 10-time Olympic medalist. Yeah, I like that order.
All right. Djokovic gets a slight edge over Nadal. Djokovic probably the more well-rounded player, right? Nadal dominated in France, right? On the clay at Roland Garros. It's impressive. And he won all the other tournaments at some point as well. But when you think of Djokovic, you think of all-around dominance. When you think of Nadal, you think of clay. So that bumps him back a little bit. Either one of those two guys would have been the best player of their era if they didn't play with another guy we're going to get to here in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a Steph Curry guy. He's third in this for me. I know he started slow. I know he had the ankle injuries, but Strick, he changed the game of basketball. Like he defines the era, right? LeBron had his time, and then here comes the Steph Curry era from 2014 or 15 through probably 2022 is when you give it to Giannis and Joker. That's a 6-7 year stretch of the NBA that Steph Curry defined. That was not a good Golden State Warriors organization. You've been around the league. That he didn't do it by himself, but he elevated it. So I give Steph the nod. I go Katie Ledecky next. I bump Ronaldo to the bottom of this list. I think Ronaldo is a distant second behind, again, another guy that we'll talk to here in just a little bit in terms of swimmers of his era. But Katie Ledecky is really defining this era of American swimming. One of ESPN's, top 5 athletes we'll get to, and I'm sure you know the name. Since he's been done, it's been Ledecky, right? The way she burst onto the scene and has stayed there, right? Think of like a Missy Franklin who's not on this list. You had her run. She popped up for an Olympic cycle. Ledecky's been doing it for 2 or 3 Olympic cycles now. The way that she's beating her competition, you think of her as a long distance swimmer, what she started with. Well, she's now into the 200 as well, right? Which isn't, it's more middle distance, closer to a sprint, but she's dominating at that. She's dominating in the long distance ones. I don't think you can argue with what Ledecky's doing, and she might just be getting started.
Yeah.
ESPN puts Ledecky at 15, Curry at 14, Ronaldo at 13, Nadal at 12, and then Djokovic at 11. Let's keep going through the top 10 here. The top 10 for ESPN is Kobe, Usain Bolt, Tiger Woods, Simone Biles, and Roger Federer. What say you, Stricky?
I will probably put Simone Biles at the top of this list. Just
okay.
Just because of I look, like you said, at the tennis realm, Federer is, he's unmatched.
Yes.
But when you talk about gymnastics, to do it for so long, when you really do have a time stamp on that, to be at the pinnacle of that, and look, there's only really minimal competitions at that level. So like
world champs and Olympics,
you've got to be on your stuff when it matters. You don't get tune-ups. You don't have mini tournaments. You got to be on your stuff. So I would put her at the top of that list. I would then go Federer. I would go Woods, and then I would go Usain Bolt, and then also Kobe. But I just would make that switch.
Fair enough. I would actually, I know we're just doing it in the groups of 5, but if it was up to me, I would move Kobe behind the 2 tennis guys and move those 2 up. But just within this group of 5,
there's some, you got a bias against Kobe a little bit.
I do.
Yeah.
I think that Kobe's mythology has been built up in the last 5. I'm not going to deny his accolades and everything he accomplished.
Yeah.
Kobe had a 2-3 year stretch where he was the face of the NBA. Definitely the most talked about guy, given the fact that he played in LA and that he was really freaking good. But
I just liked how he kept those young boys in their place. Like, yeah, you coming, but stay right there.
But did Kobe ever define the NBA like Michael? Like
yeah,
Bron,
that's
like
the
Steph?
thing. That's the thing when you're a carbon copy. I gotta agree. I can understand your point.
I'm not arguing with what he accomplished. I don't think he has the icon status of the guys that bookended him. I've got Simone Biles 4th in this tier because, again, I think she has another one left in her. What she's done already is impressive, but no one dominated sprints in the Olympics. No one was a bigger story in the track portion of the Olympics than Usain Bolt. World records, Olympic records, and he didn't even look like he was trying sometimes. When you think of Usain Bolt, the pose and everything, he's in the middle of this tier for me.
Name, pose, just marketability, and domination. Yeah, I can understand your point. Okay.
The toss-up for me is between...
real quick, will the records ever be broken?
Probably.
I think
records are made to be broken.
I think his 100 record has the potential. That 1919
in the 2,
bruh.
There's flying, and then there's 1919.
I think Noah Lyles has potential there. If you watch like his markings for certain times and then his top end speed, he has potential. But man, it's just having that height and that length. That's tough to duplicate because your stride and man. But so yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, but yeah, I don't know if that gets. I think the 100 somebody may be able to get that, but I don't know. That 200 is a mother. Go ahead.
I went back and forth between Federer and Woods here. Both guys at the end of their careers had a couple injuries that knocked them off course. You think about Tiger and the Masters, right? That miraculous run that he made to win it. I'm going to put Tiger ahead of Roger Federer. And maybe that's just because he's American. But again, for as marketable as Federer was, Tiger, I think, took that to another level, right? Especially, being a black man in the game of golf, right? Helping, kick down, reopen some of those doors, the manner in which he did it. Yes, he had some very public shortcomings and failures. How many other guys in the history of golf have changed golf courses? Because they're so good.
That is true.
I don't know if we've ever seen anyone dominate the top of a sport like Tiger Woods dominated golf for 10 or 15 years.
I can't fight that. That is one thing I can't fight. I will say, maybe that's why Stricky ain't married. Sometimes, man, it can focus you, but sometimes you can lose focus.
Right.
Because it comes with more responsibilities, right? Even just look at kind of how things panned out with Tom Brady. But I'm not going to get into that part of it. But you're right, man. He did change the landscape of golf, and because he would have dominated, but he just made it like, we've got to do something. We can't let this happen. And then you got to throw out the ooh, like it wasn't to keep, from breaking the iconic legends
Nicholas and Palmer, and
record.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He was almost there.
Almost had it.
He could have still got there,
time, but
I don't know, injuries and stuff like that. This is why I kind of left him where he was at, because it was early on. It's just not sustainable, and just ain't even been able to been in like contentions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I could see if you were kind of in the mix in the fight, but you're missing cuts now, and you younger than me. You still 40 something, so
right. Well, we do.
Thought you'd still be able to get it going a little bit every now and then,
at least once.
So yeah.
Let's take a break here. We still have the top 5 to go. I need some more time to think about this. Stricky probably has his ready to go. We'll take our last break of the hour and come back with ESPN's top 5 athletes of the 21st century to wrap up Hour 1 of On the Block.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock, or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
Officially closed for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Looking for a place to host a one-of-a-kind private game day experience for your staff or clients? Courtyard Marriott downtown is just blocks from the stadium and steps away from all the fanfare. You'll enjoy use of an entire entertainment space, including outdoor courtyard, accommodations for 250-plus guests. Party starts 3 hours before kickoff, and they'll clean up while you go and enjoy the game. Call Courtyard Marriott at 402-904-4800 for more info or to book your pregame party today. Limited dates available.
Play ball!
Looking for the ultimate change-up from the typical family night? How about a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers? Then unleash the fun at Haymarket Park with an action-packed, thrilling season of Salt Dogs baseball. Choose from 50 home games now through August with daily and weekly specials your whole pack can enjoy, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the magic and the excitement. Strike 3, you're out! Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today. Unleash the fun.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
80% of the way home with ESPN's top 25 athletes of the 21st century. I'm Austin Norman, Eric Strickland to my left. We have our running lists that we'll make sure to share with you at some point here. We didn't give the ESPN ranking of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. They go Kobe Bryant at 10, Usain Bolt at 9, Tiger at 8, Simone Biles at 7, and then Roger Federer at 6. That brings us to our final grouping, the best of the best, the 5 top athletes of the 21st century. I'm not going to give you the order. Again, these names are jumbled up. Here are the 5 athletes that ESPN says are the best of the 21st century. Tom Brady, Serena Williams, LeBron James, Michael Phelps, and Lionel Messi. Stricky, I know you have LeBron at 101, but you got to put him in your top 5 for the purpose of the game. So is he at 5?
5.
Okay. Your top 4.
5. Then I'm actually going to go Tom Brady.
You know why you're going to go Tom Brady?
Well, look, Tom Brady has been great. He had, the dynasty of the Patriots was definitely absolutely phenomenal. But when you're a guy at soccer that leads a team, won Argentina, and Argentina's been good, but probably doesn't have the all-around talent, but yet has still been able to rise above it because you just have a star that's just so great. But then to be a 10-time La Liga champion, that's where it is for me. Because when you get amongst the greatness of all those that come and compile themselves in one of the best leagues, La Liga, and you win it 10 times, my boy, I gotta throw you up there. He's a 7-time Copa del Rey. He's a 7-time Copa del Rey, 4-time champion, Champions League winner. I mean, the accolades, I could run them off for days, right? Now, so I put him at 3.
3, okay.
And then the order stays the same for me. Serena Williams, absolute overpowering, absolute domination, 23-time major winner, which is second on, the accolades speak for themselves at what she's, and the sustaining of it over the course of years when bodies start getting old and you want to start having families and all of that. But Michael Phelps, bruh. You just there's nothing you can say. 28-time Olympic medalist. Come on, man. And 23 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. That's
it's sick.
That's when you show up at the pool, you just you do face palm.
I bet USPS didn't lose his gold medals.
Man, doggone it, they sure didn't, and I'm still mad about it. But that's all right. I'm happy for you, Michael Phelps. He's number 1 for me.
The reason Tom Brady is at the bottom of this tier for me is because he's a system quarterback and nothing more. I would actually probably bump him.
Pause. What he did at Tampa, that system?
System. Again, relied on his defense.
Okay. But
he did his part.
But the fact that
he played his role, he did his job.
Like, think about if you gave him some of the receivers.
Hey, guess what? He had Randy Moss in 2007 and didn't win. He lost to the Giants.
And
that is all on Tom Brady. That is Tom Brady's fault.
That was an incompletion.
They scored 14 points.
That was an incompletion.
Nope. You put LeBron at 101. I put Tom Brady at 101.
Whoa.
Okay. Just so we're clear.
Starter Heyman text line. Get the going.
Tom Brady's the system quarterback, nothing more, nothing less. LeBron at 4 for me. Second best, at least top 5 NBA player of all time. You're going to look back and regret all your hating. You probably won't because you are shameless in your LeBron hating. But he's a 4 for me. In terms of my personal preference, I would actually have him higher, but it's hard to deny what Serena has
No
done.
wonder you're all flabbergasted with your mind right now is all befuddled.
It's off.
The fact that I understand why you said Sabrina. Because LeBron talking.
Serena is at 3, doing what she did in singles, in doubles with her sister, competing against her sister, Venus, and one-upping her.
My partner's a bot.
What she did before pregnancy and then after pregnancy, coming back the way she did was incredibly impressive. It's unfortunate to see the injuries kind of pile up for her later in her career. I've got Phelps at 2 because I think he's primarily an American icon. What he did is known worldwide, but I think people don't talk about Michael Phelps outside of Olympic cycles, outside of America, like they do Lionel Messi. Even as probably the biggest soccer hater at this station, Messi is soccer Gretzky. Winner, accolades, awards,
largest
records
sport in the world.
Most popular
outside
sport
of F1
in the world. Exactly. Because of that, because of the way he spread his brand, for the most part, stayed out of trouble. And Strick, just think back to when he came to play for that MLS team in Miami.
Yeah.
Think about the stir that caused. And this is like, quote unquote, washed up Messi, right? Who's still playing really well and dominating the league. So I will go from 5 to 1, Brady, LeBron, Serena, Michael Phelps, and Lionel Messi.
I actually can't fault you on that. I'm well, except for the one. But other than that, I'm not mad at you.
All right.
Okay.
Text
Sounds
line,
good.
your best athlete of the 21st century. No, AI is not in the top 5. I'm sorry, Brad. Doug with Mesothelioma says Pele is the Gretzky of soccer. Okay, that's fine. Fair. I can hear that argument. And Husker fans, if you want to throw in Ndamukong Suh in that list, go right ahead. We'll go to break. We're talking Husker football when we get back. What are some of the important questions? Rico and I did some digging on some interesting numbers as it relates to Husker football when it comes to passing touchdowns, thrown versus sacks by the Husker defense. Is there something there? Is there nothing there? Strick and I will talk through that and some other Husker football questions when we get back for hour 2, wrapping it up on a Friday. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through July 21st, enjoy USDA Choice 8-ounce bacon wrap tenderloin for $4.99 each. St. Louis spare ribs for $2.88 per pound. All natural whole Boston pork butt for $1.88 per pound. 93% lean ground beef for $4.99 per pound in a 10-pound tube. And Boulevard 6-packs for just $5.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Football season is nearly here, and your long wait for year 2 of Matt Rule is almost over. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days from July 23rd to the 25th, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Adam Carricker, Chancellor Brewington, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Nick Sainer will be in Indy for our shows Tuesday through Thursday. Getting the latest news from Nebraska and everyone else around the conference. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by 1890 Nebraska, Stevens and Smith Construction, The Complex, Warhorse Casino, and Riddles Jewelry.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Little Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Little Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/Kids Club. Go Big Red.
Hey Nebraska, registration is officially closed for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome back to On the Block for the second hour. It is on and popping for this Friday. Thank you guys for joining us. Oh, man, the week flew by, Austin. I mean, it just seemed like we walked in there on a Monday, and then all of a sudden, boom, hump day pops, and then you know what our day is. Thursday came, and now it's Friday. Wow, and we're almost halfway through the through the day in the show. So
hey, we are in fact.
You know, we're looking forward to that happening. It's a beautiful day outside. But we're going to get right to this because I think there's some questions that need to be answered. My partner was in here. Questions were popping up in his head. Then he had an assistant, an executive assistant. You know, he's the resident coach, analyst. But every now and then he needs a handoff. Every now and then he needs, a pitch. Every now and then he just needs somebody to catch it once he throws it. He threw it. Boy Rico caught it. And they came up with some great questions and some great numbers to work through these questions. But the question comes down to this, Austin. Will Nebraska have more sacks or touchdown passes this season? We'll start there.
That was the question that came up because I don't remember who it was. I think it was either Rico or Bach said, how good will Nebraska be if Dylan Raiola throws 30 touchdown passes? Guess how many times a player's thrown 30 touchdown passes in Nebraska history, Strick?
Oh, never. Never.
0 times.
Yeah.
0 times.
I would have won. Why didn't you give that question to me on Thursday? Oh, I did win.
You still did win. Because why? You hit that number on the nose.
Push it. Okay.
Push it.
Push it good.
The most touchdown passes Nebraska has had since Bo Pelini took over is 27. And that's as a team. That's not all from one player. They did that twice. They did it in 2008, so Bo's first year. They actually had the same number of passing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns with 27. The next time that they got close was 27 in 2015, first year of Mike Riley. And Nebraska hasn't been over 20 touchdown passes since 2017. The reason that I thought that was interesting was because Nebraska also went through a stretch where it didn't get to the quarterback. Not a lot of sacks, right? I asked you in the crossover how many sacks you thought Nebraska had last year. The number was 32, which was a little higher than I would have guessed it was. But that's a credit to that defense for upping the production, because before that, you had 21 sacks, 20 sacks, 13 sacks, 27, 25. And then in 2017, last year of Mike Riley, you had 14 sacks.
That's Doodoo Brown.
So, text line, with that little bit of context, 402-464-5685, or YouTube and Facebook comments. Thanks to
Tiger Shark
Jewelers.
Get on there, baby.
Tiger Shark, not just Tiger Shark Diver. Like that person's going down to see him.
Well, he's going down touching. You think Tiger Shark Diver is one of those guys that you see on the videos when the shark is coming up to you and they touch their nose and they push him away? No, sir.
No.
I'm in the cage. Yeah, no, I'm not even in the cage. I don't even want to be in the cage. They jump in the cages these days.
Yeah.
Right.
I almost lost a finger. I'm not losing a hand. So
no.
But yeah, the question is, do you think Nebraska has more touchdown passes or sacks this year? It's interesting because, Strick, if you think about the two position groups that come to mind with that, first you think quarterback with touchdown passes, right? Dylan Raiola, the presumed starter for Nebraska. What does his freshman year look like? Taylor Martinez had a great freshman year. Adrian Martinez had a freshman year that led a lot of people to thinking he could be the next one, right? Guess what? Those guys plateaued. They didn't get better. If Dylan Raiola comes out and throws 30 touchdowns, I think it's going to be because the run game is better and you have consistent running backs, and because the wide receivers upgraded. You saw flashes from Jalen Lloyd last year. Malachi Coleman had the touchdown against Northwestern. Marcus Washington got hurt at one point, which was unfortunate. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, you had that whole saga going on. Alex Bullock was certainly around. Fedoni was here and there. Not a huge impact, but was at least on the field.
Or they overthrew him, a 6'7" guy. Overthrew him by a mile, which is hard to do.
Mm-hmm. But then you think about the defense being led by the defensive line. Ty Robinson had his best year as a Husker. Nash Hutmacher had a year that was in line with what Malik Collins and Vincent Valentine did, and those were, day 2 NFL draft picks right there.
Good pros.
Jamari Butler, Terrence Knight said, has put on 25 pounds of muscle, and he's a true defensive end now, not an outside linebacker. You think about Lenhart, Newman, Mielin, either at the edge or the jack position. Is there more in MJ Sherman? And Tony White, you trust his creativity to some degree, even if it's not, hey, here's our dominant pass rusher. We can afford to drop 7 and just rush 4 because we know our guy's going to get to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Tony White is creative. He can scheme up some pressure, and I want to see him do more of that. He got a little conservative last year at times, especially with the corners playing off the ball. I want to see Tony White dial up the pressure quite a bit more. But to answer my own question, do I think there will be more sacks than touchdown passes or more touchdown passes than sacks? There have been 2 seasons since Bo Pelini took over that Nebraska had more passing touchdowns than sacks. The first time it happened was 2015, Mike Riley's first year at Nebraska. Nebraska had 27 passing touchdowns, 24 rushing touchdowns, and 24 sacks. Okay, so that's pretty close. That's comparable. That's 2 sacks a game, which is not bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
2017 was an abomination. It was abysmal. 23 passing touchdowns, 13 rushing touchdowns.
That's even bad.
14 sacks in 12 games.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's like line up, and they used to have a song by Digital Underground called "Do What You Like." Like if you're the other team coming in, it was just like, we just gonna do what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you like.
Do what we like. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Here's some context for those numbers. Tanner Lee threw more interceptions than Nebraska's defense had sacks.
Now that's even more abysmal.
Backup quarterback Patrick O'Brien completed 18 passes that year. Nebraska had 14 sacks. And guess what? Patrick O'Brien wasn't even around all year.
I know my Husker fans and Husker listeners hate to hear those type of numbers, and we don't ever want to see those numbers again. Now that he went nuts, you got something else?
I got something else.
Oh no!
Because,
I thought that was it.
Well, this is gonna be a little better.
Okay.
Doug with mesothelioma here on the text line says he expects the sacks to be higher. He says, if we don't run the ball 60% of the time, my eyes are going to glaze over. Well, Doug, they're not going to run the ball 60% of the time. I can guarantee you that. That's not how Marcus Satterfield operates.
Things are over, yeah.
It's
those times are over.
You got 2 high
maybe 45
caliber.
Maybe 40 to 45. You don't even get to 50.
And see, I could see Nebraska getting to 51, 52% run, but that's the max. I still think it's going to be 52, 53% pass. Just my 2 cents. Because you don't go get Banks and Nair if you don't plan to throw them the ball. You don't get Dylan Raiola to hand the ball off.
Right.
What was the quarterback that said, you're not paying me to hand off? I feel like we just talked about that.
Oh, was it Shador?
I don't remember, but Cigar Guy, I just want the running back to have more rushing yards than the quarterback. Yes.
Yeah, I'm agreeable with
please.
that. I'm okay
please,
with that. I just don't see them
holy.
running that way. I mean, you could see those 60 to 70 when the Huskers were option.
Mm-hmm.
60, 70, if not 80 in games.
Right. But Nebraska has had more rushing touchdowns than sacks, much more often than it's had more passing touchdowns than sacks. It happened back-to-back years under Frost. So the COVID-shortened year, Nebraska ran for 15 touchdowns and had 13 sacks. That was in 8 games. So you ran for almost 2 touchdowns a game, about a sack and a half per game. 2021, 31 rushing touchdowns compared to 14 passing touchdowns for the Huskers. 20 sacks by the defense. Not a great number of sacks, pretty middle of the road to mediocre. Before that, before 2020, the last time Nebraska had more rushing touchdowns than sacks was 2014. 35 rushing touchdowns to 29 sacks. And then you had a streak of 3 straight seasons where that happened. You had 32 rushing touchdowns to 31 sacks in 2010. That's pretty good. That's getting closer to where you want to be in terms of the ratio. 31 rushing touchdowns to 21 sacks the next year. Sacks took a big dip. And then 33 rushing touchdowns to 31 sacks in the 2012 season. So there's that. And then there have only been 3 years where Nebraska has passed for more touchdowns than it's run for. And really, it hasn't been close recently. 10-16 last year, 14-31 in 2021, 5-15, 12-17, 19-25. So more often than not, Nebraska has been running the ball into the end zone more than it's been throwing the ball into the end zone. But to some of the comments on the text line, a lot of it's been by the quarterback. And that's just not going to happen this year. So you can't depend on that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The other question that comes, because I know we don't have a whole bunch of time before we get a break, but we could also at some point throw this in the last part of the show. As you're looking at this team, Austin, and we know there have been some areas that have been lackluster. There's some areas where we literally numbers were just like maybe even close to the negative, or we just didn't do it or have numbers there because we're just fielding balls and not doing anything. What needs to improve on these teams to become better? Because we know that certain areas have helped teams like Iowa to become just, I mean, they end up being good just because of areas like defense and this, which is special teams. And we have seen some clock management fumblerooskies.
Mm-hmm.
And which area do you envision needs to improve more? The way we handle our clock management, because we've lost some games by the way of that, or not being able to change field by taking advantage of great, special teams play on both sides.
If you've listened to the program for the last 8 months or so, you've heard me go on multiple diatribes about clock management and where I think Nebraska dropped the ball, where the plan wasn't clear, or they would go back on their plan the next week in what seemed like a similar situation. Matt Rule needs to manage the game better. I want to be impressed by how he manages the game this year. I wasn't last year, but I still think special teams needs to improve more. Tommy Hill led you in return yards with 144.
In 12 games.
12 games, 6 returns.
Not good.
144 yards. Ramir Johnson averaged 34 yards per return, but he got 60 of his 102 yards on 1 return against Minnesota in game 1. So he had 2 returns for about 40 yards the rest of the year. Quentin Ives, 1 for 23. Alex Bullock, 1 for 22. Garrett Snodgrass, Emmett Johnson, Trevin Lubin, 1 for less than 20. Your punt returns, you returned a combined, I can do math, 16 punts for guess how many yards? 16 punts.
98?
48.
Oh, that's even worse.
You averaged 3 yards
bad.
per punt return.
That's what I'm saying. That's horrible. You got work to do.
It's a problem.
You got major work to do.
And that's just the return game.
Yeah.
Brian Buschini was not nearly as consistent. He averaged less than 41 yards per kick. 57 punts, 2,320 yards for an average of 40.7 yards as a junior. As a sophomore, he averaged 44. He punted 11 more times in 2022, and he averaged 3.5 more yards per kick.
And it was those shankers, like those untimely shankers that give field position that cost you games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Either you need him to pin a team back and it went through the end zone, or you're punting from your own 5-10, 15-20, and you need him to flip the field for you, and it didn't happen. Hardly at all last year. And this is a guy who said he wanted to be up in that 43-44 range. He dipped way below that. I'm not even asking for Torrey Taylor, the Iowa punter, out of him. Just get back to the 44, and that's fine. Oh, and Stricky, we haven't even mentioned field goal kicking yet. Alvano was 9 of 15 as a freshman last year.
And some of them were crucial because you lost a lot of games by
a field goal.
13-10.
Yeah. The score of the year.
Yeah.
That's why Nebraska went out in the transfer portal, brought in Jacob Hull for some competition there. But Nebraska's done that before. They brought in competition that then doesn't see the field or doesn't fix the problem. So as bad as the clock management was, I think if you improve the special teams, it's going to cover up some of those mistakes. If you can put 3 points on the board once you get inside the 30-yard line, if you can pin the other team back inside their 10-yard line more consistently, I would say improve the special teams first.
There it is on that one. Last one before we get out of here for the next break and then get to a crossover. What would you rather see, Austin, in this new team, new quarterback, felt that you've answered some questions, youth has gotten older, matured, hopefully. Would you rather see a 1,000-yard receiver or a 15? I have a perspective on this one. A 1,500-yard rusher. Now I'm going to say this before you say it, and I don't think it's going to change you because you're an independent thinker, and I love that about you. I actually would like to see a 1,500-yard rusher, and I'm not saying it by way of carries to 3 yards. I'm saying I want to see it from a perspective of getting 5 yards a carry. You've got Ben Scott back. You've got your absolute center and your core. You've got great maturity, and these guys have been working together. I want to see aggression, power, domination up front again, creativity in the run game again, that you have a bell cow guy that's able to put up 100 to 110 a game consistently and get you to that 1,500-yard number. Now, and the reason I'm saying that is I think that's going to open up all the other factors. You haven't dominated this area. You haven't shown that you have receivers that could do some great things. You have speed now. We've already talked about San Francisco and what that looks like and why they have success there. You have a guy with the arm talent that Dylan Raiola has. You want to take pressure off of him. And that's where I don't think we did with any of our quarterbacks. We seem to put pressure on them. One, not giving them time to throw. Two, them not being able to throw and hit marks. When they do hit the marks, not being able to hit them. I think a run game would just open everything up in your playbook and make it so much better. So that's why I say that.
I like the way you think. I like where you're going. I don't know if I agree or not. I'm gonna lay out the case for both sides.
Let's get it.
The 1,500-yard rusher case was just made. I have nothing to add to that. The case for the 1,000-yard receiver is that you went out and you got 2. Naor, speedster from Texas via Wyoming, and Banks, who didn't put up 1,000 at Wake Forest, but was steady as they come. 750, 800, 900-yard range. Big body target. Fidoni's not getting 1,000, so I'm not even going to throw him in that conversation. Jalen Lloyd, dark horse,
put him
probably
in a slot
not.
And let him just blaze past.
Let him
safeties.
feast. Yeah. Nebraska has options there. And that would tell me Dylan Raiola is the real deal and that Nebraska can still go get guys out of the transfer portal at the receiver position, right? We've talked about that a lot over the last few years, ever since really J.D. Spielman left. It's been Turay, it's Ben Palmer, it's Ben Kemp. Nebraska seems to identify a guy or two that it likes out of the portal at receiver and goes out and gets them.
So pause. Do you think that's you're saying this from a perspective of Dylan, the ability to open up even more? Like you've been able to go get him. You're saying it open up more because guys will look in and say, hey, wait a minute, what's going on in Nebraska? They throwing that thing down. Is that where you're coming from?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It'll help with recruiting. It'll prove that Dylan's the real deal. I think it would restore a little bit of faith in Marcus Satterfield calling the plays and Glenn Thomas's quarterback's coach, maybe even in Garrett McGuire, wide receivers coach. I don't know. But there have only been 2,000-yard receivers at Nebraska. The first one was Stanley Morgan, who fell 14 yards short in 2017, passed it by 4 yards in 2018, and then Trey Palmer in 2022 got the 1,043. Those are the only times it's ever happened. It would be rare. It would be a huge accomplishment. 1,000-yard rushers there for a while grew on trees at Nebraska. but the last one was Divine Ezigbo in 2018. I think it's necessary for Nebraska to have at least 2 guys with 750 or 1 guy with 1,000 for all the reasons you laid out. Rush the ball early in the season. Identify that, hey, we're a run-first team. Show Dylan that he can settle in, that he's got playmakers around him to trust, that your offensive line is improved and actually moving guys off the ball. Middle of the season, teams start loading the box. Throw it over top, put up some points, have some style points, fun with it, let Dylan Raiola grow into his own. But then how do you adjust to the adjustment? When you get to November, it gets tougher. You get USC, UCLA, you get Wisconsin, you get Iowa. Those teams like to stop the run, but if they have to line up to stop you passing the ball, hopefully you can run the ball more effectively and learn to close games with it. So I would say a 1,500-yard rusher would be what I would prefer, but I don't think it's going to happen. Again, if you have 2 guys combined for 1,500 yards at the running back position, I think that's good enough for my liking.
Well, there it is. Broken down very well. Made a great case there. What do you think? 402-464-5685. What would you like to see? A 1,500-yard rusher? We do have some people that have text in or a 1,000-yard receiver, and we'll shout you guys out when we come back. Thank you guys for joining on the 937 The Ticket. We are on the block. We'll be right back.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Chevrolet GMC and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through July 21st, enjoy USDA Choice 8-ounce bacon wrap tenderloin for $4.99 each. St. Louis spare ribs for $2.88 per pound. All natural whole Boston pork butt for $1.88 per pound. 93% lean ground beef for $4.99 per pound in a 10-pound tube. And Boulevard 6-packs for just $5.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Football season is nearly here, and your long wait for year 2 of Matt Rule is almost over. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days from July 23rd to the 25th, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Adam Carricker, Chancellor Brewington, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Nick Sainer will be in Indy for our shows Tuesday through Thursday. Getting the latest news from Nebraska and everyone else around the conference. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by 1890 Nebraska, Stevens and Smith Construction, The Complex, Warhorse Casino, and Riddles Jewelry. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment outside of the crossover, which is, you understand what I'm saying. It is the final segment. You ain't getting rid of us yet, but it is the final time that you will hear our voice, Austin Orman and E. Stricky, without either Jay Foreman. I think DP's not here today, so it'll either be Jay Foreman.
I think Jay's on the. I think it's us.
It might be old school. It just might be us. So we'll be back. We'll be back, and that's okay.
We all we need.
But here's the thing. Started him and text on. You guys were on fire. You guys lit it up. There's some discussions that are going there. Again, the topic of discussion had to do with this specific question. We had multiple questions. We talked about how many sacks would be had, how many touchdowns. Some of you guys chimed in, as well as what would be better. And I thought that was a great breakdown, by the way, Austin, talking about the special teams and clock management. I loved how you took it to the special teams. I felt the same. I just felt it was very lackluster. But this is the main one. Would you rather see a 1,000-yard receiver or a 1,500-yard receiver? And I loved your breakdown there. Me personally, I want domination, gridiron gang, everybody taking care of business in the trenches. That's where I was hoping. But you're right. I think it's an old method. It's an old style, but I was hoping that we just have big runs. But what are they talking about on the Starter Heyman text line?
Let's see. 8062 would rather have a 1,500-yard rusher. In theory, if you're racking up rushing yards, you're winning games and not trying to put up points in a hurry to catch the other team. Yes and no. I think the best teams have the balance, obviously. I think if all you can do is run the ball, though, you cap your offense, right? We've seen that the last handful of years with Nebraska. A good running game opens up the passing game. A good passing game opens up the running game.
Yeah.
Nebraska's been fine running the ball. Not great, not elite, but Nebraska was at the top of the conference, in the top 3, 4, 5 pretty much every year under Scott Frost, with still just an okay offense, an okay to decent offense. Nebraska ran the ball much better than it passed it the last couple of years. Guess what? Offense still wasn't great. Some of that might be due to the limited nature of the quarterback run game when that's what you're solely relying on. So you run the ball to win the game at the end of the game, but if being able to run the ball led to a good offense for sure, then we would have seen better results from Nebraska. 1,000-yard rusher would go a long way if you have that guy, but we've also seen 1,000-yard rushers on bad Iowa offense. Shoot, the Iowa teams that were going, 7-5, 8-4 had 1,000-yard rushers. It's not necessarily the key to a good offense. It's a part of it. It shows you that it's healthy if you have a guy over 1,000 yards. But Lemon even says 1,500-yard rusher is maybe more likely to lead to more team wins than a 1,000-yard receiver. Evidence with Trey Palmer and Stanley Morgan, as just discussed. Not necessarily. I mean, tell that to Ohio State. Tell that to Washington last year. For every example you can give me of how a 1,500-yard rusher is more likely to lead to team success than a 1,000-yard receiver, I can give you an example of a team with a 1,000-yard receiver that didn't have a 1,500-yard rusher that was just as good, if not better. Figure out the identity of your team, lean into it, be successful with it. I think for Nebraska, it's more important to have a 1,500-yard rusher or, again, a couple of guys outside of the quarterback position who combine for 1,500 yards than 1,000-yard receiver, but a combination would be both. Mouth of the South says, having a 1,000-yard rusher is about as important as reminding Austin how much of a nerd he sounds like at times. Yes. Congratulations. You cracked the Austin code. That is me. I'm glad you noticed. I'm showing my personality through. That's great. One Eye Ray, a 1,500-yard rusher would be difficult since we seem to be running back by committee, which is why I'm saying 1,500 yards from running backs, not the quarterback. A couple people here have pointed out straight. And again, I know this is Nebraska, birthplace of perfecter of the option game, run to great success. There's a time and place for the quarterback run. Not the way Nebraska's been doing it, and not the way that they've been relying on it, I would say.
That was what you'd say.
Money G says he wants a 1,000-yard rushing fullback. Do you think we've seen the last 1,000-yard rusher fullback ever already?
Oh, what probably not since Rathman?
Probably.
Way back. I mean, the game has changed, and I know you're joking, but the game has changed so much that even a 1,000-yard rush, I mean, just think about it. A team like Texas, had Bijan Robinson and, the likes of those. Some teams obviously that are very run dominated and have management guys with McCarthy and Michigan, and what they had going on with Edwards and little
Corum,
the Corum, the bowling ball, and Blake Corum, yeah, and it's a rarity. It's a rarity. Just certain styles. Now you have those styles that they are who they are. You know who they are. You have some that have balance, like your Penn States traditionally. Iowa used to try to do it, and they used to be able to do it, but they lost their grit in it. But for the most part, it's a lot of, I would say, 60-40, 45, maybe 55, something like that. But you don't see it where the dominance is in the run game, unless you just have a game where you're just dominating that team and you just go for big numbers. That's really how it happens.
Virginia Pirate says, I don't think it's fair to reference last year's offense for comparison to this year. That was a pretty small playbook last year due to quarterbacks you couldn't trust to put it in the air. Okay, well, what if I take you back to, 2021, when you couldn't trust your quarterbacks to put it in the air? 2021 Nebraska, for example, 3-9 record. Adrian Martinez, 14 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Logan Smothers, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Adrian completed 62% of his passes for 2,800 yards. You trusted him to throw it a lot, to mediocre results, but your running game was 525 yards from Adrian, 495 from Ramir Johnson, 294 from Jaquez Yant, 177 from Marquise Stepp, 133 from Logan Smothers, 124 from Gabe Irvin, 116 from Sevion Morrison. It had 3 carries for 109 yards for Xavier Betts. That's almost too many people carrying the ball. You didn't get that feature back. You tried to run the ball a lot. Not a whole lot of success. Adrian averaged less than 4 yards per carry. Ramir Johnson at 4.4. That's solid. Jockey at 6.3 in only 7 games. That's fine. Stepp less than 4. Smothers less than 4. Irvin less than 3.5. It's almost less even about total yards as yards per carry. You said 5 is a pretty magic number. If Nebraska has its top 2 running backs average 5 yards a carry, that's a great step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I also want to go back to 2019 Nebraska. So 5-7 overall. That's a year that Nebraska did not trust its quarterbacks to put the ball in the air. You had 250 pass attempts from Adrian Martinez, completed 60% of them for less than 2,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Vedral threw 54 passes, McCaffrey threw 12, but you had Adrian Martinez run the ball 144 times. Yeah, Dedrick Mills run the ball 143 times. Wan'Dale Robinson got 88 carries. Maurice Washington got 50 carries. That offense that year put up 28 points per game and allowed 27.8 in a 5-7 campaign. If Nebraska averages 28 points per game, that's still mediocre. That's still middle of the road. But I would take that in a heartbeat if Nebraska averages 28 points per game. If Nebraska can score 1 touchdown per quarter, that's a bowl eligible team.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it boils down to there's a lot of variables that could, again, and we said this even last year. We said, if they did a few things, if they're just able to do a few things better, that it could have been a special season last year. Like, I actually think they could have got to 9 wins. And I meant that.
Well, they were at 5 and they led in every game.
I think, yeah. I think it was sitting there. Yeah. So, wow. There it is. What you want to do?
Let's, okay. 0022 says the common denominator is the O-line sucked 4 out of the last 6 years. It hasn't been great. I think of Casey Thompson running for his life quite a bit. I think of Adrian Martinez breaking his jaw. So yes, the offensive line does play into it. It was better last year. I think we can admit that it was an improved offensive line, but still has some steps forward to take. Let's go to break. A couple more interesting texts here. We're getting some pushback here, Strick, from Twizzlers. He wants the 1,000-yard receiver. Let's get his rationale and wrap up the show when we get back here to On the Block.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through July 21st, enjoy USDA Choice 8-ounce bacon wrap tenderloin for $4.99 each. St. Louis spare ribs for $2.88 per pound. All-natural whole Boston pork butt for $1.88 per pound. 93% lean ground beef for $4.99 per pound in a 10-pound tube. And Boulevard 6-packs for just $5.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At your home. Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See and Spray to target weeds in season in corn and soybeans and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Old School with DP and J.
There's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just is spent differently because it's turned over and created so in full. And oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness. And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fansteel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for The Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yay, 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 yay. Why? I hate my voice is so raspy. I think I sound like a nerd when I'm on.
Hey, that makes two of us.
I think I sound very nerdy. Like, no, I'm for real. Like, when I hear, it's crazy. Like, you hear your voice on here, you think you sound different until I go in and then I listen to it. You know, when we watch our shows back sometimes, and I'm like, gosh, I sound nerdy.
You ever wonder how
I thought I was an OG.
Well, you do, B. You are. You ever wonder how long it takes recording artists to get over it?
Yeah, I've thought about that. Now, your girl, I don't know who she was. Your girl.
My girl? I got one girl.
I don't, you do.
Just to be clear.
Okay, just to be clear. We are, okay, understood. But your girl. The one that sung at the All-Star game.
Oh my gosh. Ingrid Andress.
How did she win a Grammy? That's the question.
You saw her statement, right?
Cap!
We're feeling it. We're on the same wavelength. Thank you. Why do you think it's Cap?
Because auto-tunes is a mother. Auto-tunes is some. And ever since Milli Vanilli came out, I don't believe it. I think everybody Cap. Now there are some good singers. There are few and far between. I think like Usher can sing, and I think like Celine Dion.
Mm-hmm.
I think she can sing.
Whitney, Mariah.
You know, there's some out there that I think is it Jessica Simpson?
Oh, yep.
I think she can sing. Not Ariana Grande, but Jessica Aguilera. Christina Aguilera. I think she can sing. But I think there are people that really can, but then
Lady Gaga, yes or no?
Negative.
Okay.
Cap. I think that's straight music play when she be up there. There's a lot of people that do that. I mean, they play the music and they have this little, and then every now and then, Milli Vanilli told it for me. Do we need to go?
No, we had station.
Okay. Milli Vanilli did it for me, so that's why I think everybody Cap.
You know why I think it's Cap? Because I think it'd be the end of her career if people realize she was that bad. So I think it's less embarrassing for her to say, "Oh, sorry, I was drunk. I check into rehab. Get the help I need." Maybe she was drunk. Maybe she has a problem. And if she does, I hope she gets the help. But I feel like it's less embarrassing to say that and go to rehab than actually truly be that bad, because that would be the end of your career.
That would be the end of it.
You feel me?
I do, man. But I also will say that I like to sometimes go to concerts and to see kind of what I'm hearing. I do. I like to do that sometimes.
Can Beyonce sing?
I don't think as good as you think.
Taylor Swift.
Moderate.
Eric is telling you to go to YouTube and listen to Stephanie Germanotta.
That's Lady Gaga.
That's Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Eric's saying she can sing.
She might be able to. I for some reason, I don't know if it's the masks or whatever. To me, it's Cap. Like she could be. Yeah. I think probably she could earlier. I don't know. Did it change? You think Lady Gaga can sing? Oh, okay. Well, listen, I might be out. I might be out. Some people that have passed, have died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought Kurt Cobain was dope, and I don't think he couldn't blow, but I just loved his just grungy voice. There's certain people that you just like different. Talk to me.
No,
hit us with it.
Lady Gaga is one of the most, I think, talented singers of our time. Have you heard her just on a stage?
Get off her tip.
And you said in the past, like she might have been good. I think it's the exact opposite.
Oh, you think she got better?
So at the beginning, to get famous, she did the masks, she did the meat dress, all that stuff, because you have to be different. You have to make yourself different. Now, though, once she got that platform and said, okay, aside from all this stuff, I'm very talented. Her concerts now, a lot of them are just her and a piano.
Oh.
And
what was that movie she was in?
She was in
Star is Born.
A Star is Born.
Oh,
Do you
yeah?
remember that really old movie?
Oh,
they did a
what's her name?
remake.
Jennifer Hudson can sing.
Jennifer Hudson. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can blow.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I need you to look up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Just look up Lady Gaga.
Stricky. Pause.
You got it?
It's what you said.
I did.
I'm telling you to pause.
I'm pausing.
Okay, we're gonna move on then. Ben says, I think Lady Gaga is legit, as is Rihanna.
Cap! Rihanna? What? Cap! You're no way. You guys are crazy. You think Rihanna's better than Beyonce? Singing?
No, I think they're very different stylistically, though. But it's ridiculous. You think that Rihanna can't sing?
No.
Okay, here's your problem. You're listening to like all the top, like their top hit songs, and then thinking like, oh, they're just this pop R&B artist that, you know, whatever. But if you really listen to their music, like they're so talented. Rihanna.
Yeah, because they were like you sitting on the board.
Did you not see her at the Super Bowl?
They were like you
and killing it.
They're like you mixing and matching on the board. That's how Rihanna sounds the way she sounds.
No.
Rihanna didn't sing a tune at Super Bowl. That wasn't none of her singing.
Okay, but I mean,
but you tried to
most
throw it
people.
out. You just said it.
Do I think that she's on the same level as a performer as Beyonce? No one is. Beyonce is mothering always. She is always mother. However,
Janet Jackson.
Yes, Janet Jackson's fantastic. How old is she now?
Janet can't sing either.
Never ask a lady her age, Naya. Come on.
Well, we can Google it. We can ask Google.
Janet's got to be 60.
Here's
She's
one.
about 10 years older than me. Go ahead.
0022. J-Lo is terrible.
Horrible. I can't even believe you're over here. Cap. J-Lo's garbanzo.
I did not say anything about J-Lo.
Okay, I thought you was about to
Are
say.
you kidding me?
I was about to look at you like you was.
I agree. Did you guys see like the documentary?
She's garbo to me.
It's it's really interesting. She had Jenny from the Block. That's the only song, and it's not even necessarily because her vocals are good. It's just catchy.
Gaga is cool. What's your thoughts on Janice?
Joplin?
It just says Janice.
That's
Joplin?
Only
break
Janice,
it
I know.
down.
Well,
No, you know who can sing? Tina Marie. You'd have to go look her up. She's the one that Tina Marie was like before her time. She was like she used to sing songs with Rick James. But then she would sing like she was before her time. Tina Marie, if you're
Strick is about to stroke out. I'm with Strick on this one, but Beyonce is severely overrated.
There you go.
From
Who's
Crowbait.
that? Crowbait, talk to your boy. You know what I'm talking about.
Stricky is drunk. Second that motion, J-Lo is trash.
Stricky's drunk on what? Tell me which one I was drunk on.
Yes, Janis Joplin.
I like Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin. See, Janis used to hang with Jimi Hendrix and all of the. Oh yeah,
That's
Janis.
a person that would
Janis
have
can go.
done. Imagine the
If she would've
music.
stayed-
Imagine
right.
the music we would have.
Right.
I always think about
If she
that with
didn't die?
people that died
Yeah,
really
before
early
their
into their
time.
career.
Yeah.
Imagine the music we would have had from that.
No doubt.
I always think about that with young
No doubt.
musicians.
They would have been remaking songs from like.
Oh yeah, she was
She
in
was
music
great.
for. She was actually a big name in music for a very very short period of time. We all know about her still. I'm like, oh, the music.
You know who? What's Sutter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. What's the 5685? What is the name? Well, I'm just gonna say the lead singer from Heart. You guys may not know them, but they will. I think she can sing. The lead singer from Heart.
Ooh. Couple things spicy here. Crowbait says R.I.P. Kurt Cobain and Chester Bennington.
Yes.
Thomas and Lincoln.
There's a reason about that in Crowbait. I think you know. So we leave that alone. Okay.
Thomas and Lincoln. Let's face it, the queen of country, Reba, can out-sing Beyonce.
Reba, for
Yes.
sure. Reba McEntire?
Yes,
sir. I'm with
There's
you.
only one Reba.
I mean, but I just wanted to make sure.
Anne
But yes, sir.
and Nancy Wilson.
The Wilson twins.
Yeah.
Yes! That's them. That's them from Heart, right? Yes. Boy, Heart has some classics. What's the girl also that sang Take My Breath Away? from Berlin.
Yeah.
I don't know their names. I just know that I know the bands. But from Berlin, she can go too.
What is her name? What's her name?
So I don't even text. I'm gonna tell it to you before you look it up.
Seriously,
You know,
they're active today.
They
They're
are
active.
on it. Terry Nunn.
Is that her name? Yeah.
Dolly Parton.
Negative. Negative. I don't know. It's too high. It sounds like a freaking pug or something to me. I don't know. Chihuahua. I don't know.
What do you think about that one, Austin? Because I feel like that's such a hot
take. I
take.
Say I've
I think
listened
Dolly
to
Parton
Dolly
was
Parton's
sexy.
music.
No, wait. Let me ask them. What do you think about Cher? Do they think Cher can sing?
Is Cher legit or Cher cap?
That's
the question.
Have you heard Cher?
Cher
and Sonny Bono back then?
Four-letter word. Icon.
Okay.
Icon. Cher is an icon. Every era that she went into, everything she tried, just whether
Stricky's on the sticky icky.
Seriously.
Where am I? What am I saying
You
that
have
you're
had some
missing?
crazy takes.
That is not true. Dolly, garbage. No, I'm not gonna say she
Freddie
garbage. I
Mercury,
think she's
legit or
iconic.
cap?
Freddie Mercury can go. No cap.
Freddie or Michael?
Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson can go. I don't care what anybody says. I put them on par with each other. I think for their genres, I put them on par with each other. I think Michael Jackson was. To be able to sing and just half the time you didn't know what the hell he was saying.
But you loved him. You kind of hit one of those.
You know what I'm saying?
You kind of okay.
I'm just saying. I just didn't know half what he was saying, but he was saying something that sounded good.
And just the Black community, we have such a strong tie with Michael Jackson.
We do.
Okay, two more real quick.
Prince can go.
Yes. Yeah.
Prince can go.
Okay, Marie Osmond.
Marie Osmond can go.
Linda Perry.
No, the Perry that sing. No, I'm not gonna sing Linda
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry. That man can go.
Here's another one. Now you might want to cover yours for this one. Carrie Underwood, but greater than Beyonce.
I don't have. As far as vocally, I think Carrie Underwood vocally. I'm not gonna say overall. I think her voice is vocally.
Get Carrie Underwood to do the runs and the belting on a live stage while kicking and flipping the way Beyonce does, then I will put them on par as an artist.
There we go.
I don't know about y'all. I've been waiting all week for Friday night. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Tricky, it's been a good week. We will not see you mañana. We'll see you Monday. Have a good one, y'all.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting